What's up guys, it's Ethan. A few years ago my iPhone got stolen and I had to track down the thief, confront him, and get my phone back. I'm gonna show you guys how you can get your phone back, so watch this video to the very end. Let's buckle up and make sure we're safe because this is a crazy story. A lot of people have actually been hurt and some killed when they've confronted their thief. To catch the thief, you're gonna need to know a few things about the law, a few things about technology, and how to use a Glock 43. Okay, just kidding. We don't endorse fighting on this channel, and it didn't get to that, so luckily. But he was definitely very scared, and you'll see why. In order to catch the thief, we need to think like the thief. We need to know what is his intentions with my phone. Is he gonna sell it online? Is he going to maybe use it because he doesn't have a phone? We have to think like a thief to capture him. Here are some of the things that we can do in order to catch the criminal if he's trying to use my phone. First thing we can do is we can call Apple. We can say, hey Apple, my phone has been stolen. Has anyone signed into iCloud from this phone? They should be able to tell you, right? Wrong. Apple told me that they will not tell me anything about the information on my phone because of privacy laws. Because the thief has protection under privacy laws. Oh! So they asked me if I wanted to report my phone stolen. I said no, you should never report your phone stolen and this will make sense later. And then they start talking to me about all their new phones and how I should look to buy a new one and all these great options. No, I lost my phone, I'm gonna go find it. And I know deep down, like they know that if I use my iPhone a lot, I have all my information on iCloud and I lose my phone, I'm probably gonna buy a new one. They know what they're doing.
Hail, brothers!
They only want to help you just enough so you think they care. They don't care, and they want you to buy a new phone. Also, I lost my phone on a college campus while I was a student there. So it makes sense that they may actually use the phone and log into the college network. What you should know about your iPhone is it has a built-in network card. This is the thing that allows you to connect to the internet, and every network card has a built-in what we call a MAC address or a MAC serial number. It's just a serial number that doesn't change no matter what information is on the phone. So if he wiped my information, put on his information, it doesn't matter. That serial number will still be the same. So I should be able to call up the IT department and say, has anyone signed in to the network with this serial number since this date, the date my phone was stolen? Unfortunately, I called the IT department and they told me no one has signed in with my phone since the day I lost it. I mean, if they would have, I would have known exactly who they were, I would have got their information, and I would have been at his front door later that day. Just like to reiterate, we don't condone violence. When I went online to find my iPhone, I realized that my device was off and couldn't be tracked. So more than likely, he was gonna try and sell my phone online. This is what I'm thinking. So I said, okay, if I put it in lost mode, I can disable the phone from anyone being able to use it, and also I can display a message that I can customize on the phone. So I put, hey, I'll pay $1,000, no questions asked, to anyone who returns this phone. Here's my new phone number. I think I said like, I have business or government secrets on this phone and that it's extremely important that I get it back, or I don't know, whatever I thought was believable. I was a kid. But surely enough, a few months later, I got a text message. The initial text came from a random number that I blocked out. It read, I got a phone with a message on it. So I responded, oh my God, yes, my phone I left in the cab. Do you have my phone? He responded, I was going to bypass, but I had stuff taken from me before, so I thought I would check. I go, what's bypass? According to the 48 Laws of Power, Law 21 states, in order to catch a sucker, you have to play the sucker. I had to disarm him by being dumber than I am, that I didn't understand technology, and that I didn't know that he stole it, that I might have left it in a cab. By doing this, he was able to open up to me and give me more information than I needed. So I said, yeah, don't hack it, please. Hold on, I'm still at work. I'll let you know what I think at the next break in 30 minutes. Thanks so much, by the way. Good people exist. He said, okay, take your time. Law 22, the surrender tactic. By opting to give him everything he needed and give him his reward, he was able to trust me to fall for my next trap. I told him I felt weird sending my information over the phone and that the government might be watching. So I put my address on a website and that once he got the information from the link below, I would take it off. He said, ha ha ha, you sound paranoid. Okay, I got the information. This was the break I was waiting for. He was dumb enough to click the link, which enabled me to capture his IP address, find out where he's roughly located, and get his internet provider. With this information, I could make my final move.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Despite having so much information about him, I still had a relatively weak set of cards. He could not respond to me and disappear whenever he wanted to, and I would never see my phone again. I needed to use Law 15, crush your enemy totally. I wanted to make sure that he felt as if his world was closing in on him and that the only way out was to work with me and come up with a solution. If you look at it from his perspective, he knows nothing about me. He thinks I might be giving him $1,000. He's probably like really excited. I need to crush his world, and by doing so, I turn to my good friend, Liam Neeson.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you are looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money.
But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills that I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you return my iPhone now, that will be the end of it. I will not look for you and I will not sue you. But if you don't, I will subpoena your ISP. I will fine you and I will sue you. All right, I might not be Liam Neeson, but I thought that was pretty good. Well, friend, how's the weather in Georgia these days? While your anonymous phone that you're texting me from cannot be tracked, your IP has been. You've admitted multiple times to have stolen a device. I just got off the phone with your ISP, Comcast. They were gladly and willing to help me identify who IP this is. I checked the address and it's not a proxy, it's a route to your home router. In order to get his information, I would have to go to the courts. Comcast would never give up the information of one of their clients. So I'd have to force Comcast to do this through a lawyer, through the courts, get a subpoena. It was never going to happen, and it would have cost a ton of money in legal fees. So for what? A $300 phone? But that's okay. I didn't need to actually do that. I just needed him to think that I was going to do that. So I showed my final hand. I made my last move, and now we just have to wait. But while we're waiting, if you like this video, I have a ton of more war stories like this that I'm going to be releasing soon. So please like and follow and subscribe if you like this content. Wow, things sure did get out of hands quickly. Yeah, you're not kidding. I was trying to be a nice guy and get your phone back. I have nothing to hide. You even said you left it in a cab and someone sold it on eBay to me. I was just being a nice guy to contact you. All right, guys, so at this point, this is where it gets a little tricky. I actually kind of feel bad. I don't know the answer. I mean, maybe he did buy it online and he is the victim here. I mean, how did it get to Georgia anyway? Maybe he isn't actually the thief, and I'm being a little too hard on this guy. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm curious what you guys think. You know, write down in the comments what you might think. Did he actually steal the phone, or is he just a victim here, just like I was? Law 29, always plan things to the very end. I cannot stress this one enough, guys. I knew that if the thief was trying to sell my phone online, he'd not be able to if I reported it stolen to Apple. According to his alibi, he asked the seller on eBay for the IMEI serial number that he could then use to call Apple and ask if it was reported stolen. You know, my phone was never reported stolen, and I intentionally did not report it stolen on purpose. I needed him to buy this phone because when he bought the phone and saw the message, I knew that he'd probably reach out to me for this reward. Is it morally wrong of me to use these manipulative techniques on someone who may not have been the thief? Nothing more than a victim looking to buy a phone? I don't really know the answer to this. I mean, he did ask for the reward and he could have sent it back to me for free. I don't really know. I struggle with this. I'm curious what you guys think though. The funny thing about it is that he was actually a super nice guy. Like in the end, he agreed to give me back my phone and he was actually impressed. He said, you know, it was pretty amazing how you tricked me into giving up my IP address and he threatened to sue me and everything. Like good job. And I'm like, yeah, like game recognizes game. I appreciate that. I mean, I felt bad, but like I wanted my phone back and he understood. So good guy all around. If he didn't steal my phone, I'm sending you good vibes. But if you are the thief, you got lucky, all right? So he actually gave me the information of the guy who he bought the phone from. So now it's time for me to track down the thief who sold my phone online. So I assured him that I was gonna track down the guy who he bought the phone from, that I was gonna bring him to justice. And that in itself has a separate video coming. So that's one for the good guys. I got my phone back, it came in a package a few weeks later. Unfortunately, I never talked to the guy again, but my journey to catch the original thief began. Information is the most powerful thing here. He didn't know who I was. I had the upper hand the entire time because I had the most information. I leveraged the laws of power to bring him in, set my trap, and deploy my final move. This is absolutely critical in these various games you might find yourself in. In these social games, who has the most information always wins. And by knowing your opponent, you get a massive advantage. If you like this story and you're interested in how to use the laws of power to get an edge against your opponent, please subscribe and follow. Crush that subscribe button, crush that like button, give me a follow because we have a ton of more content coming about how you can use practical strategies in real life.